Miami, FII Priority 2026, capital in motion, over 2,000 leaders across 3 days, deals signed, policies shaped, and President Trump closing it all out. Here's everything you need to know. Day one opened with His Excellency Yasir Al Rumayyan of the PIF addressing the elephant in the room. Against a backdrop of regional uncertainty, his message to global investors was unambiguous. Saudi Arabia's macroeconomic position remains strong, stable, and resilient. The PIF portfolio is structurally sound, and PIF is a long-term, patient investor measuring returns not in quarters, but in decades, and remains committed to its investments around the world. And a new PIF 5-year strategy focused on attracting greater private sector co-investment is coming in the weeks ahead, and we'll be reporting on that right here. Next, the Finance Minister Al Jadaan held the line on Vision 2030 on stage, acknowledging global headwinds, but making clear that the diversification agenda does not pause for anyone. Jared Kushner then delivered one of the summit's sharpest lines, that all countries should have a business plan, and that Vision 2030 proved that countries should think more like businesses about investment priorities and the KPIs they want to achieve. This was something which Princess Rima said as well about we all have KPIs. On the deals front, HUMAIN and Turing announced a partnership to build the world's first enterprise AI agent marketplace. The Patel family office and AHQ launched a $1 billion hospitality platform to develop 50 hotels across Saudi Arabia. Saudi Exab and BTG Pactual signed a framework agreement for a Latin America-focused alternative investment platform. And the FII Institute also launched 2 new publications, one on digital assets, projecting tokenized assets that could reach $30 trillion by 2030, and another on an AI-led growth and jobs in emerging economies. And one of the stars of the summit was undoubtedly Tareq Amin, the CEO of HUMAIN, who owned the entire AI value chain. And the foundation's simple. AI is an energy game, and Tareq said yesterday that Saudi has 15.7 gigawatts of energy, and HUMAIN's building 3 gigawatts of data center capacity by 2030, 6.4 gigawatts by 2034, and 150 countries are already running AI workloads on infrastructure that is built in the kingdom. Now, what separates Tareq is that he doesn't lead with technology, he leads with culture, organization, and workflows. And his track record at Rakuten in Japan proves this. His diagnosis of the 90 to 95% enterprise AI failure rate, according to the MIT study, it's never technology, it's always the mindset. And inside HUMAIN One, their own interface, AI agents run HR, finance, and legal directly, converting job roles into AI building capability. And on stage, he mentioned his chief of staff, Philip Maas, who has never written a line of code, yet his team delivers in 2 days what would take others 6 months across the product lifecycle. And an ex-colleague of ours from NEOM, Abir Al-Qadi, just joined as head of marketing and communications, which is a clear signal of the type of caliber of talent that they're recruiting at the moment. So Saudi Arabia is no longer just exporting energy, it's exporting technology to the world, and that's very clear. And finally, on day 3, closed with President Trump, his second consecutive year on this stage, and he reinforced the strength of the US-Saudi investment relationship with over $270 billion in agreements struck since last year's Gulf visit, and urged Saudi Arabia to take the next step in regional normalization. What stood out most for me personally across the 3 days wasn't the deals or the dollar figures, it was the conversation around human capital in motion, because at the end of it all, you cannot replace the human. AI augments, AI accelerates, but it is people who lead, decide, and build. My life's work is focused on exactly that: human capital development, culture, and advancing human capabilities. And that is a conversation I hope that this summit continues long after Miami. So that was FII Miami 26, and financial capital, technological capital, and human capital all in motion. So if you weren't there, now you know, drop your thoughts below.